Honorable President of India, distinguished members of the audience and members on the dais, the Infosys Prize for Social Sciences is awarded to Dr. Srinath Raghavan for his outstanding research that synthesizes military history, international politics, and strategic analysis into powerful and imaginative perspectives on India in the global context. Dr. Srinath Raghavan is one of the most creative and prolific social scientists in India. The focus of his research is strategic studies, international relations, and recent military history. He brings an amazing range of methods to bear on the subject, from detailed archival work through the critical reading of history to analytical thinking. As a consequence, the richness and creativity of his work is for all to see. The multifacetedness of his research is matched by his own unusual background. As was mentioned just now when introducing him, Srinath Raghavan has a period of his life in the army, but he started out as a physicist, to be a physicist, but after receiving his BSc in physics from Madras University, instead of becoming a physicist or even a researcher in some other discipline, he joined the Indian Army and served for 6 years. After that, instead of heading to become a major or a general, he switched again, this time to do a master's degree and a PhD in war studies from King's College London. Thereafter, his career was set in research, teaching, and writing, and there was no looking back. He has worked at King's College London, University of Pennsylvania, National Institute of Advanced Studies, Bangalore, and he is now Senior Fellow at the Center for Policy Research, New Delhi. His 3 books and large number of papers have established him as the most significant exponent of international relations and military studies. His book on the India-Pakistan War that led to the birth of Bangladesh is a masterly dissection of war, international relations, and strategic decision-making. Judging by his past successes, his current research projects focusing on the relation between the United States and South Asia since 1939 and a study of international relations in the Indira Gandhi era can lead to major insights on India's foreign policy. Given India's arrival on the global stage, it is important for the nation to have a sophisticated foreign policy and a strategic engagement with the world. Srinath Raghavan's work has the potential to provide the foundations for such an engagement on the part of India. I should mention that the jury, along with me, included Professor Avinash Dixit, Sunil Khilnani, Nandini Sundar, and Satish Deshpande. I also want to pay a tribute to Infosys Science Foundation for upholding science and research. A nation's development and progress in the long run depends more on this than anything else. So congratulations first and foremost to Srinath Raghavan for his achievements, and thanks to my co-jury members and to the Infosys Science Foundation. Thank you.
And here is Dr. Raghavan talking about his idea of history.
I think of history more as a series of advances in terms of interpretations and of competing interpretations. There's a famous Dutch historian called Peter Gale who used to say that history is argument without end. And I think that's a good way of thinking about the subject, which is that there are no final right or wrong answers out there. What we're talking about is whether we can uncover new ways of thinking about the past, whether we can capture new perspectives, and it's the quest after perspectives that is most important for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Dr. Srinath Raghavan. I request Mr. Mohandas Pai to join us on the stage for the presentation. I request the Honorable President to present the Infosys Prize in Social Sciences to Dr. Srinath Raghavan.
The Honorable President of India, trustees of the Infosys Science Foundation, distinguished jury chairs, family, friends, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Receiving the Infosys Prize in Social Sciences is a most unexpected and extraordinary honor for me. And I thank you for your generosity and this recognition. I'm extremely grateful, above all, because this award recognizes the importance of the study of international relations. International relations has for long been the Cinderella of Indian social sciences. And as Professor Basu just mentioned, with India's rising prominence in world politics, it is imperative that we invest more intellectual resources in the study of diplomatic and military history, foreign policy analysis, strategy, and international affairs. I'm very privileged to belong to a cohort of younger scholars who have brought a burst of fresh energy into research in these areas. And this award will provide much encouragement to many of us who are trying to understand the past, the present, and the future of India in the world. Finally, let me thank my family, my wife, Preeta, my parents, Geeta and Srinivas Raghavan, and my mother-in-law, Sukanya Venkatachalam. They are here today, but more importantly, they've been with me on every step of this very long journey from the military to the academia. Thank you.